I don't make a lot of money. I'm a single mom. She straight said she didn't care if I got an eviction or not with my daughter. And
show it by text, please.
Ma'am,
You asked me to.
People don't get along.
I refused to leave without my jewelry, so she ended up calling the cops. She said I left it at my other girlfriend's.
Yep, probably.
That's what she told the cops.
Plaintiff Alicia Link says she had to use her only savings to pay the rent when her former best friend skipped out on their lease. Defendant Nikita Rivera claims she was being threatened and harassed and being accused of being a boyfriend stealer. She says she owes nothing.
Case number 120 on the docket, Link versus Rivera.
Okay. The plaintiff, Ms. Link, you are suing your ex-best friend, it says here, for $1,200 for 2 months of rent.
okay, so yes, I am suing the defendant for 2 months of rent. She signed a 12-month lease and she failed to pay 2 months.
Yeah.
We met each other, we worked together.
Yeah.
We became friends really quickly. We decided to move in together.
Yeah.
I'm a single mom, so I have a daughter. Things started kind of going downhill on Memorial Day, and that's when we met Chris.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Yes.
Her witness, Chris, was dating my cousin, and that's how we met him. They had been dating for a while. We hadn't known him, and that's when Nikita and him pretty much started having a secret relationship and decided pretty much that they were just gonna go off together, move out, and leave my sister high and dry on the rent.
Then on my daughter's birthday, she promised my daughter that she was gonna be there for her birthday. Not a call, not a text, didn't show up for my daughter's birthday. She broke my daughter's heart.
But how did it wind up that she's no longer living there?
So, I also have the leasing agreement
Well,
as
first,
well.
okay. Why, and your
May
name
I?
is? Chris. You are, okay, they are
I'm a friend of Nikita. First
Yeah.
of all, I never dated her cousin, Alexa. We hung out for a couple months. That was it. After that, I didn't want anything to do with her. The bottom line is there's three things that are guaranteed in life. There's death, taxes, and you being a horrible roommate, which is what you were. It was an uncomfortable situation that you were putting Nikita in. She was going to school to get her doctorate. And Nikita and I were friends. We made out a couple times, here and there. But there was no fling going on between Nikita and I whatsoever.
I can let you know that 100% I was there on her birthday. She wanted a homie hookup, and he told me on the phone, I'm not gonna give somebody that I'm not having sexual intercourse with a homie hookup. Ever since that comment, they got really close.
I'm not, okay, hold on. I'm not real knowledgeable about homie hookups. But let's hear from the defendant just for a moment. Lend to this case.
Your Honor, I mean, I really don't feel like I owe anything. She threatened multiple times to kick me out. She threatened my dog. She constructively evicted me at one point.
That's a lie.
I mean, at any point throughout it, she was threatening my job. She was coming into work multiple times saying, you need to get a new job. I'm gonna get you fired. You need to get a new job. Despite me being one of the top performers at the job every single day.
Okay, when she first, according to you, started to do that, did you say, why are you being angry at me? What did she tell you?
It was
The
because
fight
I wasn't
was-
hanging out with her anymore because I didn't like the person that she was being and who she was hanging out with. I chose not to hang out with those people. I said, look, I have a better path for my life. I'm going to get my doctorate. I have school as my priority. My job is my second priority. My third priority is my dog. That's it. I didn't want to be around those people, and I didn't want to be in that situation over and over and over again. And then
Okay,
the
so you
threats
still
came.
had a few months left on the lease.
Correct.
So are you saying you had not made a decision yet to move out?
Correct.
That is a complete lie. She said she was moving out because she was going to drug rehab.
That true?
It's not true. I have the text here, the harassing text here from not only them, but also the cousin as well, of saying you need to find a new place to live, you need to get a new job, and you need to get out. They're all right here, Your Honor. I can show you if you'd like to see them.
I'll take a look at them, please. Okay, this is from Alicia. You are getting sued. My mom's looking into how to sue you, and I'm calling your parents. Be prepared for war now for what you tried to do. You are getting sued. You'll learn not to steal other people's men, not even be their friend, you skank.
I mean, that's...
What text do you have?
I just told her we only have 3 months left. You know, Alexa does not have to be there because when it was just me, there's no drama. I don't like drama. So I told her Alexa will not be there for the remaining of the 3 months, and it's highlighted right there.
Okay. We only have 3 months. Alexa won't be there. My lawyer said first me and you will go through mediation, and if you still don't agree to pay since you are on the lease, then you'll be sued and your restraining order won't get you out of paying, so think wisely. I know you're smart. Okay. Well.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yeah, and then, yeah.
Things were said that, you know, probably shouldn't have been said during the time, but actions speak louder than words. And her actions, she was in charge of the electricity bill. She turns it off on my niece and my sister, doesn't get it transferred, leaves them with nothing. So we're bitter and we're angry with this girl who we thought was a friend. Meanwhile,
Why would you turn off the...
So I actually offered her, I gave her 2 full weeks to transfer the electricity into her name. I have the text messages, Your Honor. I'd given her ample notice.
where?
Telling her, I have them in text, Lauren.
Let me see them.
Stop.
Where?
I can go through my whole phone
Go
for
ahead.
an hour.
You
I have
should have
every
brought
text
it.
message
Where
left.
is it? You should have brought it.
Obviously, you guys don't belong rooming together, and, you know, people don't get along, and things are said and whatever. So let's move on. So the question is, there's 2 months' rent still owed.
You know, when I found out that I had to come up with this rent on my own, I don't make a lot of money. She knows that. I'm a single mom. And I'm thinking, she straight said she didn't care if I got an eviction or not with my daughter. And
Show it by text, please.
Ma'am,
Because you asked me to.
Stop.
you did. You know, you said you told my cousin that you.
No, I didn't
She
talk to your
told my
cousin.
cousin that she
Show me
didn't.
that I
She
talked to
said.
your
You're
cousin.
Stop
interrupting.
interrupting.
She didn't care if I got an eviction. That's why she left, and that's why she stopped paying. She knew I couldn't pay it on my own, and I luckily I had my tax returns coming up that I was planning on taking my daughter on a trip, and I had to spend my whole tax return money to pay for her half of the rent.
Okay.
Your Honor.
And you're giving an argument of constructive eviction, saying that it was a bad environment for you to be in because you're being bullied, is what you're saying.
Correct. I mean, Your Honor, I told her, I said, if your cousin's not there, we have no problem. The next time I went to the house to check on it, and her cousin was there, I said, you have no reason or being to be in this house. You're not on this lease. We have a disagreement. I cannot be in your presence. You are threatening me physically and emotionally,
How is she threatening you physically?
saying that she was going to beat my ass.
Well, that's
she never said that. Never said that.
Where's that written up at? I want to see it.
I'll send the text messages.
Where is it in
Yeah,
your documents?
Listen, I'll send the text messages.
Listen, ugly. Well, I'm going to leave that word out. If I see you tweet or do anything with Chris, I'll ruin you. I hope when you close your eyes at night or kiss my man, you know you're a home-wrecking evil. Same word. Find a reliable person to move in or you're blanked and no job.
Oh, I have no job now. Even though I was a higher performer than her.
No,
but
you weren't.
There you go.
All right, here's how I'm going to rule. For whatever the reason was, it became a very difficult place for her to live on her side. There was no secret that you weren't happy with her being there. And she either sensed it, read it, heard it, whatever. Any person looking from the outside would say, whoa, this is a bad situation. It makes sense that she needs to move on. On your behalf, when a lease is signed, the people that sign a lease, that is the expectation, that the lease isn't just for when times are good and you're my best friend. The lease is also good when I'm really angry at you and I think you're messing with an old boyfriend or whatever the reason is. There's still that lease that has to be given respect. So you don't need to pay them for 2 months, but I am going to have you pay them for 1 month. And I think that is the fairest way to go. I find for the plaintiff in the sum of $600.
We like to call girls like that homewreckers.
For sure.
And they were all harassing me. They were all sending me numerous text messages. I just couldn't get away from them, and I needed a fresh start.
Plaintiff Robert Howard is suing the defendant, his ex-girlfriend. for $5,000 for stealing his gold chains and diamond pendants. Defendant Deirdre Crawford says she never touched the plaintiff's jewelry and that the police report backs her up.
It's case 35 on the docket, Howard versus Crawford.
Welcome to everyone. We have the plaintiff, Mr. Howard,
Yes.
and you are suing the defendant, Ms. Crawford, in the amount of $5,000 for stolen jewelry?
Yes. I'm here today to sue Deirdre, my ex, who I found out to be was a gold digger.
Well, how long were you guys together?
Approximately 5 years.
5 years you were together.
Yes.
You're accusing her of being a gold digger. Where? The California gold rush?
She's a Minnesota gold Russian. She is real insecure, you know, when it comes to other women.
Have you given her any reason to be insecure?
Of
Course you have. Okay.
At one time, yes.
Yeah. Now what happened?
Well, I'm suing Deirdre because she took 4 gold chains and 4 diamond pendants when she went through a fit of rage one morning. And, you know, like she was getting upset because the phone was cut off, so I started leaving the phone on.
So you guys are in the same apartment, whatever?
Yes.
Okay. So you're living together.
No, we're not living together. I was visiting her.
Oh, you went over for breakfast, did you?
Anyway, she got up that morning, she called my phone, and I was in the bathroom at that moment.
Oh, so you're in the bathroom and she calls your phone
To find out if it was on or not. And she doesn't like it when it's on either.
And why does she not like it when it's on?
Well, when it was on, she accused me of leaving it on for my so-called other girlfriends.
Oh, so in other words, when the phone was on, you were getting other calls, and sometimes it was from other women.
No, the reason I had left the phone on was to show her that the phone was not ringing.
So the only call was the call
From her.
when you called him. Did you answer?
No, the phone, I was in the bathroom, the phone was...
I know you, the phone was outside.
The phone was in the room with her.
Okay.
And we got into a heated argument.
Well, she was angry that the phone was on when she tried it because she thought that meant that you were expecting a call from another woman.
I was in
Okay.
the bathroom, she took my jewelry. If I can present this, the chains and the receipt.
Oh, so this is the jewelry we're talking about?
Yes.
What do you mean she took the jewelry?
I had taken the jewelry off and left it on the table.
How do you get through a metal detector?
And we got into a heated argument.
And this is a receipt, basically, for what you paid for that jewelry.
Yes.
In August of 18, you got 14-karat gold rope, $2,300, $1,200 for the gold and diamond crosses, and $3,000 for the gold rope. So you're saying she took these, and she took it where?
She took it, and I don't know what she did with it, but when I came out, I asked her to give it to me, and she wouldn't, so we got into an argument.
Okay, so he says to you, hey, honey, where's the jewelry? And you said?
I don't know nothing about it.
She said I left it at my other girlfriend's.
Yep, probably.
That's what she told the cops.
Oh, how did the cops get involved?
The cops got involved because like she asked me to leave, but I refused to leave without my jewelry, so she ended up calling the cops.
Okay, saying I want him out of the house.
Yes, I did. Matter of fact, he's lying. His phone was blowing up. Somebody was calling him while he's in the bathroom. And I'm like, who is calling this early on a Sunday morning?
She was.
And he...
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning at 7:45, and he's ignoring it in the bathroom. I'm like, who is blowing up your phone?
Okay.
And he tells me to mind my business.
So the phone is ringing Sunday
The phone
morning
is ringing,
off the hook.
and he's ignoring it in the bathroom. I'm like, who is blowing up your phone?
Okay.
And he tells me to mind my business. And I'm like, excuse me, you don't talk to me like that in my apartment. And he keeps, raging and calling me out of my name. And that, I'm not going to be disrespected. I live there.
Yes.
And he does not.
Right.
And I told him upon that, if he didn't stop being loud and belligerent, that he was going to have to leave. And he just kept going on. So I took his clothes and said, I'm putting your clothes out, and you need to follow them out of my apartment because you're not going to disrespect me.
So it is possible, I'm not saying what, it's possible that this jewelry was in that heap of clothing.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
As aggressive as he was getting with me, I thought it warranted him just leaving.
Excuse me, I have a copy of the police report here from when she called.
But okay, and I'll take a look at that. But without even implying that there was any physical aggression or anything like that, just by what she's saying, which frankly is believable that you were upset. You said you were upset that she would, where's my jewelry?
My clothes never went out the apartment. I grabbed the clothes, my jewelry was inside the hat, and that's when I asked her to give it to me.
What about that? He had the jewelry in his hat.
No, he did not. I just picked up the heap of clothes of what he had not put on, which was, I believe, his pants, the jacket, maybe his hat.
Are you
need
denying
to
that she
follow it.
threw the stuff out of the house?
She never threw the clothes out. When the cops came, I was fully dressed, and I had gotten dressed in the house.
Because she went out in the hallway and got dressed.
No, I got dressed in the house. When the cops came, I was inside the house.
Did they arrest you?
No, they didn't arrest me, and she was being the aggressor, but they said that since they didn't have evidence of either one of us assaulting each other, that they wouldn't press those charges and stuff. And then they told me it was hearsay as far as my jewelry.
But you're coming on here saying that she stole your jewelry?
She stole it.
Well, you don't know that.
I do know it.
How do you know that?
Because she and I was the only one in the apartment.
The police
The jewelry
searched my
was,
apartment.
The police did not search the apartment.
They
They
searched
came
my
in, they
apartment.
asked me to leave out. The cop told me to wait and give her a chance to bring the jewelry. And I'm like, well,
it was
she's
searched.
denying it already. Why would she bring it? She
Did
never
the
brought
police
it.
ever come into your apartment?
They came into my apartment, they separated us once the police arrived and asked what was going on. And I said, that man, at one point he took my purse and kicked it across the room, but I still had my
You're
cell
lying,
phone
Deirdre.
calling 911. That's how the police got there.
And you never had, okay, on that, if the police were there and the police made a judgment at the time that they didn't have enough evidence to pursue charges against either of you, right now, I can only deal with the issue of what happened to the jewelry. What proof do you have that she took it?
The proof I have, I submitted a recording.
A
of her.
recording?
I've given it to the court.
Well, let's listen to the recording.
I hate you so much, and I don't know when you're going to get that jewelry. Sue me. Come and try to help me up and kick my ass. Don't take an ass kicking.
Yeah.
Or I give you that jewelry. I
Okay.
hate you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, bitch. I got your jewelry. Kiss my black ass.
Okay.
Yikes. Yikes.
Judgment for the plaintiff for $5,000.
I think he was more than fair.
No, I don't think it was fair. I was under duress. He's a cheater, a liar, a con. He needs the jewelry to attract women.